spiritual truth and how to utilize energy on a day-to-day basis, man. And y'all check this out, man. As y'all can see, man, we got to start talking about the stuff that we be seeing popular, and we start seeing these trends, and you already know. It's going to get down behind the scenes of talking about clippers, clip forming, rage baiting, relationship gurus. There's a lot of little things that be going on, and I think a lot of people be thinking it's actually serious when all of it just be on the internet and all of it just be a version of what someone want to actually try to control and stuff. Let me get away from Buddy right there because he already barking, y'all. He like, oh, drip back on. Now let me stop. But anyways, man, so when we start getting into how this actually create content, how it destroy creation of content, it get deep because now they have it to a point where you get a whole missed story, and what they do is like trying to build a scenes of creating narratives. See, now the funny part about it is when they play out to staging events and cosplaying, it's basically the same thing. It's in a new form now. You know what I'm saying? They ain't doing it behind, the cable TV or what. Nah, they doing it behind, more of the social media or that type of thing where they can actually interact with the new school, the old school, the younger generations, the older generations, so forth, So when it come down to this, I've been realizing that this been the top priority. Like, if you look around, this is where the shorts at that's talking about it, TikToks, Instagram Reels, whatever. When it come down to them trying to spread certain narratives and create narratives based off of doing something fake, that's just what the content game have came to, right? At first, even with the pop the balloons and all that type of stuff, when we used to watch them, at first, that was just realistic. You know what I'm saying? Where, dang, that's just how a person felt, and that's just how the story went. Now you got them trying to create a narrative, so now they're trying to steer it and aim it a certain way and get, try to get views or to get people to click on it and, engage in it. So it's like fake engagement. So they'll do something, block it out, or have a whole thing where you'll think somebody really getting into it, and they ain't even getting into it at all. It's just all a staged event. They try to see what you was gonna actually, feed into it. So now we starting to see not even the powers that be got to control people necessarily to make people be one of the people that like try to put propaganda or fake things that make you rage and make you feel a type of way. Now I'm gonna tell y'all this. Y'all got to pay attention to this internet because it get real serious, especially if you mess around and you click on a video, right? All they got to do is click on a bad relationship video or men this, women that. So this is also a blue pill and a red pill exposed because they play with psyops and they try to use it to create, I'm gonna say animosity within your own household. So if you let these things come out, as soon as you click on one of them, if a woman love you, she should do this, do that, do that. If a man love you, they should do this, do that, do that. So now you starting to get into it, and next thing you know, guess what? Guess what's coming out your time feed? All those type of videos where you can't even avoid it now. So like now, it's to the degree now you ain't got no choice but to keep watching them, and they start playing with your head. So they start messing with your thoughts and have you looking at people like that you never looked at before and be like, damn, they might be cheating. Damn, they might be too good to be true. Damn, they might be doing something behind closed doors. So at the end of the day, y'all, this is just a way. What's good, y'all? What's good, Jesus? What's good, bro? Brooks, Megan? What's good, Morgan? But anyways, man, going back into it, when we start seeing these fake spiritual gurus, these fake relationship gurus, notice whatever hot, you always see these people run, and then they all of a sudden become this person that got top skills in relationship, but ain't even been in a relationship ever 4 years before. You know what I'm saying? Never been married before, and you have no experience of actually keeping together a family and all this. But these be the people that, that we allow come up in this algorithm and start pushing things. Now, one thing about it is we can't control everything. So they'll shadow ban the truth and allow the bull junk to get out there because they know that's a version of a psyop, how they could use to conquer and divide, even if it's gender depopulation. You know what I'm saying? They'll use gender wars and have people going against it. That's the reason why they have all these things on your timeline. What you say? What do I do on my chat? Nah, this one of those higher intellectual things where I give a higher perspective on how we look at things, right? And instead of us getting caught up behind things that we shouldn't have, which is basically not our business, that put us in war with each other, even if it's racism, colorism, religion, any of those things. You know what I'm saying? It was all made for us to bump heads with each other. That's why religion, if you look at it, is just like anything else. You got politics where they got multiple different branches of politics. You got religion the same way, entertainment the same way. It's not just people that make movies. It's people that make music. It's people that do art. It's people that, do behind the scenes type stuff. It's all different type of ways of how they plug it in. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it goes. So even when it comes down to that, this just shows you, even with religion, look at them. Even with religion, about how these people put us against each other. You know what I'm saying? That's another form of conquer and divide. So when you look at the timeline of how these things run, it's the same thing that's going on now. It's always the same game, y'all. They just putting a different cover on it. You know what I'm saying? And they're confusing the masses. They always made movies based off of stereotypes to make you feed into that stereotype, to make you think that about your relationship or your friendship or whatever. So they'll have you looking at a movie like, yeah, bro probably gonna snake me because I seen a movie where they did this, or oh, my husband probably cheating because I seen when he was working late. You know, they play all these type of stereotypes. You know how they had that movie, Two Could Play That Game, how they had the other movie with the book, and all the people was getting into it and trying to find out how a man move, think like a man. You remember all these type of things? This was a build-up for the feminist push and all of this stuff we starting to see today. I don't get how people ain't see it coming. You know what I'm saying? It's coming from a mile away. Now we got things where they're trying to break genders and trying to separate, right? To where they'll have people getting out there and there'll be a whole person that's bisexual, right? But sitting out there trying to talk to a group of straight women or a group of straight men and try to tell them what to do in their relationship. But all of it be just toxic. All of it be spinning towards a certain agenda to push a certain narrative. Because now when you start looking at it, think about this. It don't get that many playbacks. It don't get that many views unless what? Unless it got drama or unless it got some source of negativity that people, you know, could feed off of. Even some people could feel better about themselves. And it's a way of also for people to trauma bond. So this is one of the videos we just give a higher perspective to even what an agent might be out there. You know what I'm saying? Because these is a version of an agent. You have spiritual gurus that's agents. You have politicians that's agents, where they always trying to be like a conservative, or they're trying to be like, you know, liberal. Either one of them is just picking a side. It's just like religion. You could be a Christian, but it's Christians that don't believe in one God, that believe in, you know, Polynesian gods, which is multiple gods. So you even have Christians within themselves that have their own beef or can't even get the situation together. So they just show you of all forms of conquering and dividing. Even the religion within inside of you win. You get what I'm saying? So this is the form of, let me get from by these cars and stuff so I can, you know, get this message out, y'all. But this just how it rolls, man. Yeah, it's a lot of it is just agenda pushing. Let me tell you about the 6